The thoughts and views of this podcast and the sole views of the curators of this podcast is not the views of United States Postal Service.
And we are back. That's right, on the Route Podcast. Right back at y'all. Y'all thought we left. Nah, we didn't. We still here. You know what I mean? Today we're going to be talking about something crazy that's up to date. And we're going to spin it off in slightly different direction, but still revolves around the post office. But before we get into it, as always, let my brothers introduce themselves. To my left.
Hey everybody, this is Black. We back in here, giving you more stuff, give you some crazy stuff today. And hopefully it changes things for the better.
It's B1, we back here giving y'all information, vital information that is, anything to give you, can you use it, help yourself out. So let's get into the topics.
Yeah, this is Aaron. Welcome to episode 35. And what we calling this? White collar beef?
Something like that. We give y'all an idea. We talking about some white collar stuff.
No, what did you say before? What did you say before? What did you call it?
Battle of the white collars?
Battle of the white collars.
You said deliver for the joy.
Or deliver for the joy. We'll put aside which one it is. I like the second one though. But as always, it's your engineer, Rick Shine, never staying low key. We about to jump into this. So if you guys have not been paying attention, if you live outside of the state of Georgia, apparently the Senator, John Ossoff, has been getting some complaints and some calls to his office about mail delay. I think it was processing machines throwing mail everywhere.
Malfunction in the Mars machine.
Yeah,
things just not flowing right.
Number 95 went down.
So he did his job and said, hey, all right, I'll call the Postmaster General myself, because he is a senator. He has that type of clout, representing the Democratic Party. So he called, didn't get any response. And I believe recently he has gotten one, but it took almost, a month?
A month and a half, yeah.
For him to get a response. And he was very upset about that. And he told Channel 2 News, the local news down there in Georgia, because I believe his office is outside of Atlanta. And he said the man only has one job to do, and that's just deliver the mail on time.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to ask you, brothers, when we usually hear terms like that, because that was me quoting him, he said the man only has one job to do, deliver the mail on time. What do we usually take that as?
I take that as basically like you are basically just focused on one direction, because it's not that hard to do a job. Basically, you're in place to do a job that's easy enough. Like the job runs itself. Basically, all you have to do is just monetize, oversee it, make sure it runs and flows like a regular function engine has been for eons of years. The post office has been open. So why would you mess up something now by trying to implement something new and try to curb or cut corners to the point now where you're making it bad now, you're making things obvious. If you're going to cut corners, don't make it obvious to the point where someone can see it. And for this to get to this point right here now, and the fact that he questioned you up there, somebody, what could have done in 2 months? I'm like, you freezing up. I'm like, dang, boy, you're up there holding the Bible, somebody, Your Honor, I told the truth.
Well, what I took from it was, like, I get what he was saying, like, it's one job, how hard could it be? I'm pretty sure it's harder than what we actually see. But at the same time, as carriers, we've been said that to us a lot of times. Plenty of times. All you got to do is one job. All you got to do is deliver. Yeah, that's not all we got to do. But I see what he means, because at the end of the day, it's mail. We deliver it. If you give it to us, we deliver it. Simple. Because these problems, like I said before, off pod, I said these problems didn't exist, 6, 7 years ago?
Before you got here.
Like, you got here and created more problems when you're supposed to be fixing the existing problems. You can't create problems and try to fix, the old problems, and you make it more. It's redundant. It's not gonna work.
But the thing I don't like is just like when he came in here, he came as a big bad bully. Like, I'm gonna change everything around, and I'm gonna make sure that everything in the post office is right. I'm gonna cut back. My thing is, you cutting back a lot of things, like kind of like we were talking before. Not to go off top, but you say you're gonna cut down on offices, you're gonna merge, save money, and it's like we in a shithole now. Like, but then the thing is, now you're saying that we getting the scanners a couple months ago. Somebody y'all making 1.2 billion, or it was like 21 billion in a quarter. Yeah, I'm like, how are you making a change? Are you putting money in your pocket? It's an accusation, but what are you doing with your money? Like, what are you doing with the money for us? Like, we're still out of contract here, basically. What's going on? Why don't we have no money?
Yeah, well, to me it sounds like Ossoff was just saying, like, if you go, it sounds like he's questioning his competency at the position. So it's like, you have one job to do, and you're making more problems than the problems you're fixing. So if you're not gonna do your job, you're not gonna respond to me and hold yourself accountable, then you need to get up out that seat.
Yep. Back off.
Question though, my thing is, can't the Senate vote him off basically, or it has to be the president himself basically?
Who, Dejoy?
Can't the House vote him off, or has to be
I
Biden?
don't know. I heard they said they was talking about that when he first got in office. They were saying that can he be voted out or can the president remove him? And from what I heard, don't quote me, I heard the only way he can get out of there is he would resign himself.
I swear they said which the only one that had the power.
Yeah, that's a lot of job security, I believe, in that position. It's not
Yeah.
like most corporate jobs, they just fire you.
Because the president implements the person who's the postmaster general, I think too. I think Trump implements the postmaster
Yeah,
general.
but
I think it's gotta be him basically.
But I believe if he could have been fired, Biden would have did it.
Biden's
I don't know.
he wants to grave and shoot in a fruit fight.
Because
man.
people been
Biden-
complaining about Dejoy for how long now?
7, 8 years, at least now.
He's been there that long?
He been there.
Wow.
He been there. It'd be 7 years in 20. What the?
Because you got to remember,
Biden?
this is
No,
the last year
George.
of Biden's term, and he was there with Trump's first term. So
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So it'd be 7 years. 7. He
Been
came.
in the job for a while.
He came 2018 September. He came September 2018. Or no, as a matter of fact, the summer. I'm sorry. He came right before Trump's. Because Trump announced him basically before he got into presidency. He announced him as the postman general. Because the one boy quit. Once the postman general old one knew like he was coming, that John went douche.
Well,
Everybody down.
he didn't just leave, but there's also like two executive positions underneath the postmaster general.
Yeah, they all just quit.
They didn't want to work with him.
Yeah, they say he was been here almost like 40-some years, and all of a sudden he come down, he just quit. Like,
Well, I think they knew the person on a personal side because he had business dealings with the post office. Because the post office helped him move his trucking company up in value.
So what did you take from it, Rick?
Me personally, I looked at it from a thing of, all right, so this is something you see on a common level, on a common basis. And I think it's funny because some people believe that when you get to a certain level that you're above some of the petty, personal, social things that we see. I'm like, this is a clear case of an older guy not respecting a younger guy, regardless of what his title and his position is. Because we know Louis Dejoy is like in his late 50s, I believe, like 58, 59. The senator is 37, one of the youngest senators, if not the youngest senator in Senate. And so he's proactive, he's energetic, he's not, like, no disrespect, he's not one of the old guys that's just sitting back, relaxing, he's trying to get to it. So here you got this older guy who happens to be worth $110 million, probably looking at him who probably only makes maybe 7 figures at best, because, you know, he's due to the scene, and he's not respecting him. You know what I mean? You see this a lot, you hear about this a lot in corporate America, how people try to little bro people because their net worth is not where their net worth is, regardless of what their position is. So I looked at this as another, like, oh, he don't respect my man. On top of Dejoy being a registered Republican voter and being a Democratic senator.
Well, isn't also the fact that the Senate each generation, and which column is almost late baby boomer, right?
Yeah, Dejoy will be classified as a baby boomer, and the senator is part of our generation.
Yeah, that's what it is basically. He like
And
my
you would
mom.
think that at these higher levels of office, people will be above that type of nonsense.
No.
But as you see, nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? And, you know,
You think he would have a direct line? Like when he called to get answers, what, did he email him? Did he email his secretary? Did he call
I
his
think
secretary?
I think he's the secretary, and the secretary, her responsibility or his responsibility, you know, to be fair, is to let him know that this senator such and such. Like, so, you know, you might want to hit this call back as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Not like it's a regular, you know, civilian hitting you up. And I think the Joy probably brushed him off like, man, what up? I don't really know.
Now,
But when the news got involved, as always,
yeah, that was
got to
right.
see your face.
Now, did these questions and everything the senator wanted to know happen before that meeting they had that we saw? The meeting when he was asking all the questions and Brandon was, you know, making fun of his voice and everything.
Oh shit!
Did that happen before or after? But I'm assuming before because he said it took him a month to respond. So did he? So when he talked to him at that meeting that they had, I'm pretty sure he had some of the same concerns.
Absolutely, yeah.
So why couldn't he answer him right there?
I don't know from the interview. It looked like when he was he was outside on the panel. I think before that, and I think afterwards, like the way I said the clip show set up, basically he was out there asking the questions. And then once they had the meeting, they were all in the room. I think it was right afterwards because he said like in the clip you can see he was asking questions like, well, what's going on here? And he said he got a couple months to respond. Like, and cause that's what he's asking. He's like, yo, I've been asking to you like, how long is it going to take? So from from this enthusiastic way he was saying like, yo, I've been asking this. I need answers now. He's like, I don't want no more delay of, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. I kind of prolonging it.
So it's safe to say he asked him the questions then and reached out to him again probably afterwards.
Yep.
Probably
Yeah.
so.
Right when you probably went in front of everybody, when you can't duck them now.
Oh yeah, he was definitely done.
Yeah, because I'm just like, but my thing is, the thing I don't like about Joey is you act so big and bad. And you from, like I said, we talked before, you from New York. You get down in the South, you do it to my, what you out here, element, you scared? Like, huh?
Well, I'm saying like it's probably like a district where it's like Democratic district, like you said, and he probably like, nah, I ain't dealing with them. So it's like, is that the only area that's getting mail delays like that, or is it all over?
I think it's all over because, you know, like that plan that they just now put on pause with the consolidation of stations trying to make these super hubs. They're not factoring in travel time, you know what I'm saying, like overtime, people calling out, things of that nature that were already happening in the post office. Now you just accelerated all these numbers to go up in the wrong direction when people have to go out of their way to work even harder than they did previously.
Let me ask you though, my thing is like, y'all think he took a bad kind of like a, trying to implement corporate stuff into certain business wise with this, like how cutbacks.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't realize, I'm like, the more, like I said, my wife station, the more and more people are quitting now. You're getting people that's salvia the post office here for longer are quitting now. These 20 people like implementing station, like people are just walking out and saying, yo, I can't deal with it. And the thing is, you keep trying to cut back on these stations, get across, people losing jobs, people losing money, businesses wise, like us, Milano Finance Station, like you're losing a lot of things here and here. I'm like, are you looking at the whole totality of the situation, or are you just like, well, look, cut one hand, save head, like give money right here? Like you're not looking for the whole quarter, or you, like I said, are you looking 5 years later on now, or are you just looking for the next year, basically, of what you're saving financially wise for the
But yeah, 10-year plan though.
But the 10-year plan is ass though. He ain't like the 5 steps, like the thing he where they said when we had seminary, say he was saving money certain things where people like the stuff he's doing, but is he really saving money to the point where like it's really helping us like for 10 years later on? That say the people that got seniority like us, basically that want to stay longer at the post office, is it really helping us out? Because the contract is the biggest issue right now. The fact that like, what are you going to do about this contract? What are you going to do to make money wise? Because if you don't do nothing with this
I don't
contract,
even think he's worried about the contract. I don't even think he even thinks about it, to tell you the truth. I don't.
but don't
Yeah, I
last
feel like all this stuff is just a microcosm of trying to get as many people, like you said, to walk out. Because I think that deal is going to be so lucrative. They want to try to thin the herd as much as possible because they don't want all us getting this money that we probably possibly.
To be honest, I see what y'all saying, but I don't think he cares about none of it. I think he has tunnel vision. He has a one-track mind, and in his head, all he's worried about is saving more money and getting out of whatever deficit they claim that they're in. That I believe, because even in his 10-year, when we did the pod on his 10-year plan, when we was reading it, that's all he was basically saying over and over and over and over about how much money we losing, how much money we not making. That's all he's worried about. He don't care if you quit. He don't care if the vehicles is bad. He don't care if your uniforms suck.
Yeah.
He don't care if he got to consolidate stations. He don't care because guess what? In the grand scheme of things, at the end of the day, what it does, it saves a buck.
Yeah, but then my thing with it, they also said the thing is he losing money with these electric vehicles too. You're buying them now here, and the thing is, we talked about before, like not every station is equipped to hold it. Like you digging somewhere like in a small town, like say we in backfields, Mississippi, and like they can't hold that. Hold it. I'm just saying, if it's one of those small towns, sorry, now you see it. Now you see it. Okay, alright. But say you got a small town where the thing is like what we always talked about before, like eventually they're gonna want everybody to have electric vehicles. The thing is, not every city and every state's equipped to hold that. So the thing is, that might put a damper in your plan. Because remember you said in the plan too, you want to get rid of all the LVs. I'm like, bro, you need these vehicles here because the way those small vehicles look now, they ain't gonna survive because it was an issue we thought before where you don't have enough charging kits for those vehicles. And the thing is, you run problems with that. So now you're killing yourself with money when it's like, oh, well, damn, I ain't got enough vehicles. Give me one of the LVs, bro. Bring them, you're going to bring them back up, but what? They can't run it. And then, like I said, the law they're saying basically they want to get rid of all gasoline vehicles eventually, but you need them too, like for our job. Because there's too many things where they can't fit down here. Like I say, electrical wise, you can't do it.
Yeah, and are they putting Are they making them kind of structured like the LLV where their steering wheel's on the other side? Because some sides you got curbside.
Well, the one I seen, they are honestly like a small Ninja Turtle van, but it do the one we see is like a small Ninja Turtle van. It's on the side, and I think they kind of took the prototype of the Mercedes Benz one. So like it's that, but it's just the problem is like, what are you gonna do? We also before, what are you gonna do where, say you got somebody ignorant, they don't charge the vehicle next day, and now you gotta sit there and charge basically, or the charge might, like I said, sure, what's the joint you seen the other day where they cutting all the cords for the what's it called? One of y'all sends me the cord. They cutting the charging cords. They cutting them down now. They cutting them for copper.
You talking about charging stations?
Yeah, they cut them for copper. So what you gonna do with that then? If somebody cut them for copper, what are you gonna do then?
Wow. See, my thing is, electric vehicles to me, as far as businesses having a large quantity of them and large quantity of them on the road, it's kind of still in its infancy stage. So when you're at the post office, you're trying to get all these electric vehicles made. One, we don't know how long it's going to take for all these to be made to be distributed to stations.
Shortages.
And then two, we don't know how effective they're going to be once we get them into these stations.
Yo.
How about make that later down the line and just upgrade the LOVs?
But then the problem.
Or just give everybody ProMasters. You already doing that.
The problem
Give
is
everybody
like
ProMasters.
that shit. Knowing how cheap the post office is, they gonna have the new scanner trying to charge them joints basically. You're gonna run into a shortage. You're trying to charge the scanner and the new joint basically.
That would be smart to have a port on the actual LOV so that way you can upload whatever you just scanned even faster, so we can get knocked off the
Like the answers ain't thinking like that. He like say he one track mind.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like you were saying, like he's trying to save money, so getting rid of real estate that you're renting for, and then get rid of employees. But how do you get? But because it's so hard to get rid of employees, the only thing you can do is make the job unbearable and uncomfortable to make people want to quit.
So you gonna stab? You gonna basically gonna say it's a double-edged sword. You kind of stab yourself and sacrificing it. Is the sacrifice willing to? How can I put it? Is the sacrifice really willing to succeed at the plan? Like, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice myself to make the plan work. And if it don't work, who's gonna uphold the plan after you? Basically, if you say for instance they want to get him out of here, who's really gonna uphold this stuff that he's doing now?
Are you talking about the standard?
No, it's standard basically. Like, so say the next postman general he leave or like, and say Chuck don't get back in the office.
Look at it from a micro like state how we see in our stations when one manager leaves, a new one comes in. They don't really change that much.
No,
because nobody really wants to do all that extra work.
No, but you do see them try to come. You know, some of them are different. But they try to come in and implement their
a lot of the same stuff is like as far as how the system runs, the same people duplicating.
But no, but
same people doing this, the same.
But
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's going to change too much.
But no, my thing with that is if all right, so say what you call him is a Republican. My thing is if you're going to the people of the post office or the union, whatever, they're going to want somebody different and new. So my thing is, if you're going to get somebody younger with experience wise, they're going to want to erase all this stuff he's doing. Like, oh well, this went wrong here. We going to this and that. Like he going someone basically going to fish up and see to the point where like, all right, I'm gonna sell you this basically. You're not gonna do anything to Joy doing like that. Stuff ain't work with him here. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. We gonna do this way. And the thing is, somebody still gonna when they bring their plan. All right, like certain things, this might make sense that he's doing, or let's make it to a point where it's more friendly now for the carriers of like our generation. We swept out the older generation now. We got the stranglers and stuff now. We'll keep them here basically, but how can we make it to a point where it's user friendly to everyone now? That's the thing. Like I said, the Joy plan is not user friendly. It's more so for look, you can rock down, get rolled and whatever. I'm here. I ain't going with it.
Well, his plan is not a good one, in my opinion. But even the plan before him, I don't think that was a good one either. Mm-hmm. Because I think where the post office messed up, like the real big last mess up. Well, you know, Dejoy's still in his current. But prior to that, like Rick said before, the Amazon deal, that John was bad.
But he fumbled the Amazon deal. He kind of fumbled that because he was like...
It was already rolling downhill before he got there.
But remember he kind of promised, say, when we first started pod, he said he going to kind of fix the Amazon deal. I'm like, you ain't really doing nothing to fix it. Because remember he said, like, he was going to try...
no fixing it.
He said he was trying to... Remember before they was trying to threaten not to sign back with us. He was like, all right, well, look, he was making a deal with him, like, he'll stay here for a while because remember Amazon got to a point where, like, we don't need y'all. And then I think he kind of like...
No, they still needed us because even though they got their... their factories and facilities, they don't have the employees.
They ain't
Post
got them
office
now.
does.
Them jokes out there, they got them now.
And they don't got those keys.
Yeah, they can't get in all those buildings.
Yeah.
Those keys are the power that we have over these other delivery companies. They allow us to get in places they cannot.
As one of the rappers said, keys open doors.
Did y'all get the alert on the scanners?
What?
Where?
About what?
What was it, Friday? The alert, we got some alerts on the scanners.
Drop weekend. But good.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to
They're saying in our area, like, somebody,
Yeah, the robber. Oh yeah, yeah.
somebody-
I saw what me you talking. Yeah.
Oh,
offered-
you told us about
he
it.
wasn't on
offered
there.
bread for keys and stuff.
Five. Yeah, it was $5
Yeah.
grand. It was somebody in Winfield.
You said
$5
what?
grand.
Yep.
He's all he
Yeah,
said.
so somebody had walked into a carrier and offered him $5,000 for his keys, like the actual swing keys we're talking about. It allows us to get in, secure buildings. And let me tell you something, that's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
Like give me keys to somebody for $5,000, you make probably that in a month if you're a maxed out regular or somebody that does a lot of overtime, which is idiotic.
Oh, is it idiotic for a person that's a CCA?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying no. I'm saying. I'm not
make
saying.
that
I know
too.
it's idiot. I'm saying my thing is CCA at that point. Thing like, yo, I'm not. Say you at an office. Like, I'm not saying. I'm not trying to justify what it is. But say you're a CCA where you at a small station, you ain't getting no hours. You like, man, I'm on the verge of quitting. I ain't getting no hours here. A CCA will take that, yo.
That's
Dumb
gonna be
still,
dumb.
huh?
It'd still be dumb.
That'd be dumb.
Very
I mean, it's dumb to say what a CCA
Because you may
will.
not get no hours now, but you will later.
Yo,
Exactly. Who's the guarantee that you're gonna be able to make another move after you sold these keys you got fired? Unless you about to go around robbing your fellow coworkers for their keys, going a key robbing spree.
That's what I'm saying. But even now, like I said, it's kind of like where I guess it's only implemented on certain parts of the city because you got to have a certain key and a scanner open. So my thing is, I guess the system we got for our joints is not implemented all across the city or in the nation. Like, I'm like, how the hell you still getting keys now to when you like open joints basically?
But just like with Louis Dejoy, when it comes to Senator Ozark, when it comes to the post office, it's like the stuff they care about, they can fix and they make the change quickly. Look how fast they change how we get into the boxes.
Yep.
Yep.
They changed
That
that.
didn't take long
Quick.
at all.
They changed that quick.
Cause they was losing so much money. You figure out, I mean, like them
Yeah.
boxes,
So when they care about something, they use their muscles as a federal government job like they say they are, and they make things happen. I'm pretty sure we all have to do what we do now across the country.
Yeah,
That took what, like a month and a half to implement?
And it's an election year too, so if you having like mail delays at this period, part of time, like that's probably that makes me think it's like, all right, is you letting this happen for a reason? Like, are you doing it?
So employees going back in office.
Yeah, right.
Boy,
So-
go
so-
ahead.
he was dancing when he like, yo, look at
Yeah,
that.
like, bro, he a Democrat in his district, Democrat district, so you could easily just fix this situation.
No, he tell you what he said. He said, look at that. You want to get back in the office? Let me work this
But I was,
Yeah.
I was told too. I think I talked to y'all about it. Somebody told me that they took processing machines out of these stations, so they process mail slower.
Yeah.
So that had something to do with it. And then we seen the video with all the mail falling off the machine. I was like, that's insane. I ain't never seen that before.
And like he just said, I wonder is that happening everywhere or is it certain counties?
Well, remember he said,
They're voting a certain way.
quote unquote, certain areas.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
voting
but
a certain way.
Like
he
certain
said
routes.
when North Atlanta was, he said North Atlanta was in the vicinity too, because that was a newer one, so that's what it was. That's why he's trying to say, oh, we don't know what we're doing. It's a new facility. I'm like, man, whoa, BS, man. You can know what you're doing.
Yeah, this is it's creating more problems. He's trying to save money. We get it, but it's a lot more easier ways you could have saved money. Post office could have did it prior to Dejoy. Like I said, you could have charged everybody $1 to receive mail at their house because everybody receives mail for free.
But the real problem is he's trying to save money. He needs to figure out a way to make more money instead of instead of raising the prices of stamps. Like figure out how we can get like specific deals for certain stuff.
The problem is, he need to stop.
Like you said before. What'd you say before? Like uniform,
No, my thing is,
sponsored,
Or
What?
USPS planes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
well, the plane that he's gonna try to do it now.
Going back to what you said earlier, right? How he kind of young boy the dude because of the value. I'm thinking the value of how much he's worth and vice versa. Is that the same problem he would have then if he was trying to talk to say a Phil Knight? Well, Phil Knight care what he had to say about something like he's like, oh, you ain't worth 110 million.
Well, no,
millionaire.
but see, my thing was
Like,
relationship. My thing was power. He's still like, you gotta figure his position. He got power or relationship to get to Phil Knight. The thing with the guy, he is Senate basically. So the Senate guy and Dejoy are never gonna be in the same room. Phil Knight and Dejoy can be in the same room because relationship wise, business wise, he have his own business. So
I mean, they could because you got to think about it. Nike, like if I'm a senator of a state and Nike is a national, well, international company, but they do most of their business domestically, we're gonna have to talk at some point, especially if you got stores in my state.
Yeah, but I'm saying Dejoy. I'm saying more so Dejoy was talking to him because the fact that he's
Yeah,
a higher he's more
but
business.
Detroit should be able to talk to anybody because you represent the only company that does what we do in
Man, he
America.
is old. That boy is old. He knows.
So my question is, why are you not talking to?
Most of those dudes is old too.
Yeah,
No, but
why
I'm saying
you not
Dejoy
talking to
got
Nike?
ass. I'm saying my thing is Dejoy. No, look, I'm not gonna say he's an arrogant asshole. And I don't, no offense to New York. He's one of them arrogant assholes in New York, basically. That don't care. Like, oh, I stepped in the room. Like, you know who I am. You know who I am. I lose Dejoy.
I don't think he steps in a room where he's a dude with the least amount of money. I don't think he acts like that.
No, I'm not saying. Listen, I'm saying he's arrogant. But I'm saying his president arrogant. Like I said, like you look at this scared, look at him like he one of them dude. Like Joy ain't no small looking dude. So like he probably like an old school dude. Like man, you know who I am. You know I am lose the Joy. I mean,
he probably act
person
like
in
the
general.
people below him. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, in that room, like Rick said before, if the fact not gonna intimidate you regardless of what it is, his stature, he probably intimidated the dude. Like, oh, like I don't care who you is. Then you got Trump and shit. Your co from here. Like, man, I can bully what I want. Like, cause you know he coming. He probably telling people like oh, you know, Donnie's coming. Donnie's coming. And we gonna take over. That's it. I don't put nothing past him the way his president looking like how he is. He probably is. But now the fact that we got in that room in Georgia, he was looking a little scared. I'm like, now you got your.
But you gotta think about it. Like, it's bigger than just you. Like, if you represent the post office, you use that as the leverage to make the deal. It's just like when you say you get signed to a record label or something like that. You're a new person on the label. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're going into a one of the most popular clubs in New York or Philly, you're not gonna be like, yo, I'm artist so and so. But you're gonna say, no, I'm artist so and so who's from Universal. You're gonna use the Universal name.
No, that's why.
That's why can't Joy do the same thing when he does deals with these billion-dollar companies who
he definitely can. Yeah.
But I think my thing is I don't think he knows enough about the post office. Like I said, even in the interview, you can tell like he doesn't know enough. I think he uses more so his clout of who he is, and then when he try to get some more details and external things of what the situation, he can't answer it.
So are you implying that they hired someone that doesn't know the job?
Oh yeah.
So are we implying that there's the highest person in management doesn't even know the company inside and out? Like he couldn't sit down and give a soliloquy about the company to somebody who knows nothing about it?
Yo, I think my thing is more so he gets grief basically. It's a highly probably.
That'll be hilarious.
Do you see him? Do you see him in the scanners like in the morning? He gets briefed on that. Like all right, look, read this. Go over about something.
Would that be a plan of attack, so to speak, if the senator had to put him on the stand and ask him certain questions that he would figure he would know and he couldn't explain himself?
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like, yo, the way he folded in that interview, like he asked him just basic stuff. I'm like, yo, you really gotta get drilled to a point like you in front of all like Congress like that. Yeah, man, he gonna fold like a moon shit. He gonna fold like a moon shit. Yeah, he gonna be like, well,
because that's the one thing I was always puzzled about. Like, why don't we just hire from within the company? Mm-hmm. Like, if you somebody that's been in the post office 30-something years, and you at that level, like. Senator, Vice President of Eastern Area, Western Area.
Every step.
Yeah, why are you not the person that just gets the PMG job?
This ain't the
job.
This ain't the NBA or the NFL. Where you know damn well they want to face somebody that look good. Like, all right, look, this is our little puppet mascot. We're here. Like, we putting them out there just to face of the post office. Like,
but even
not
still,
yo, hold on. You just said somebody that wants to look good. Like,
I'm not saying. I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
I don't think my man was.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying more so like he's more so like all right, like he not saying he looks good, but he's more so like I mean business more so like, all right, look, like I said, he's
a good look for them.
Yeah, he's a good look for them. Basically, like I said, he's more so all right, cool. But then the thing is, you have to know who hired him too. Basically, so the people didn't hire him. What you call him hired him? Like Trump hired him his last term. So the thing is, we stuck with him. So of course people are even like we want him gone, but we can't do nothing about it. He's stuck with him.
I mean, me personally, I would have chose somebody who still has hair.
Fuck you.
If you want to pick the face of the postal service, there should be somebody that has a full head of hair.
What do you hit? Sally, right?
Or like even if he doesn't know anything, you can't tell me nobody in his camp don't.
Yeah, like he out there figuring it. I'm telling you, he probably get prompted, or he probably even like kind of summarize to the point where I go these little bulletin points here and there. He probably knows certain things, certain questions. Like they bring like, look, Mr. Postmaster, they're gonna ask you this question, this question.
That would be like, they don't know it either. If
Well,
you
no, I
know
think he
certain
know.
things, at that position, you should know this entire business.
Nah,
Right.
he
But
him, he not going. He don't care, man. He feel like, yo, this don't run itself.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
what makes it look bad.
Yeah.
You know, we talking about, we got a generation of young people coming up where we're trying to emphasize to them about hard work and doing, crossing T's and dotting I's. How does it look when you got a person that's in charge of the biggest delivery company in the country? He don't know nothing about it outside the PowerPoints.
But no, but remember
Yeah,
before he was
that's
asking the
crazy.
question before, he was kind of like, he was just giving like not more so one word answer. He was gonna say, well, I'm gonna do this and third. Like they asked him a couple questions before, and he was like, well, it's either my way or the highway. I'm doing this. I'm not changing. I'm like, that's not the answer. Like you can't keep. Like I said, he in previous encounters and more so conversations he had, he said, this is what I'm gonna do here, and I felt like he's been prompted over. And he's like, well, are you gonna change? He's like, no, I'm not gonna change it. Like Lex said, I'm gonna keep doing this third. Like he's really harping on one thing that he's gonna do. So my thing is, he has no other direction. Like he can't go left. He only go right, basically. And you make him go left, he's like, no, I don't do that. I'm going right. That's it.
Then his plan's not going to work. If that's the case.
Yeah,
It's
this
not
shit
gonna
been
work.
failing. Been failing now. This plan failing. They ain't doing nothing really significant change right now. Man, this plan is
So is this like a case of like he just developed like really bad like habits, like probably early in life that kind of just carried him? Like if it's things like apparently he understands how to run a trucking company because that was something I think he learned from his pops. You know what I mean? But as far as stepping in new waters, he's not taking that same initiative, it seems like, to try to figure out what
I don't know if it's that. I kind of feel like he underestimated like the severity of the situation.
Okay.
How bad the post office is. And he's like, damn, I gotta do a lot more. But I'm not really. It's like, but I don't know. Like I'm only working with this, so I can't really do what I want to do. Like type situation.
I agree with that.
So it's equivalent to like, say you see a really well-known brand, you like, oh, this joint run by itself, this joint is sweet, and then you get behind the curtain, you like, what the fuck?
Damn, I gotta do
no.
There's a circus in here.
You know what it is? Your man's put you on some like, yo, this is a good operation right here. We gonna run this like cool. Just stay right here. We gonna run this joint. Look, like, yo, you ask me, like, you sure, man? Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You sure, man?
He gave his own quarter.
So in other words, he got trumped.
Yeah, he got Trump. He told look, man. Like, no, he said, this is the easiest corner run. Yo, run itself. Yo, just do this. You sure?
No,
I want to have my own flavor.
You gotta do the voice though. How you tell him?
I'm gonna do my own flavor. Boy, you sure? Yo, you can tell, like, yo, the way he fumbled over certain things, like, yo, I know Trump and your people reach you on certain situations. Like, yo, this happens every year. Like, yo, my thing with the situation, like, yo, this stuff is like, I feel like what it is. The trucking situation is way different from running the post office. You probably feel like, all right, these certain problems I can relate with bullets in here, but like, yo, it got to a certain point, like, well, damn, I can't deal with this. And trucking, I don't deal with Congress. I don't deal with this. So it's like, yo, he looking like, well, how the hell do I deal with this? This ain't related to the trucking company. What can I do with that? He probably calling down like, Donnie, how do I deal with this?
Yo, look.
He answered the phone.
Yo, Aaron, look, right? So people bear with us for a second. So I can imagine this conversation probably went like, I'm telling him, like, I was never in government ever in my life. I'm the president. It's my first time in government. I think you'd be a great postmaster. You might be the best one they've ever seen.
Yes, all the way up.
Yeah. Benjamin Franklin has nothing on you.
Yo.
Nothing on you.
He had a kite. Oh, yeah, the kite. Look, that's what I
Hey,
did.
with a key. Come on. He straight sold him on that. And then as soon as he got in there, he looked around like, this motherfucker set me up again.
Because my thing is, yo, you know what it was? All he saw was dollar sign. He said, well, yeah, look here, man. You got a stabilized job here. It's good money for you. You know, you make more money here. Look, just stay here. When I come back for you, don't worry. I'm going to my 2 terms.
He gave him a manager job at Dollar General.
Yeah, no, it is Rick. Yo, he told him I'm gonna have he told him I'm gonna have 2 terms basically to run this. He didn't see Biden win that term. Yo, he didn't see that. Yo, he probably said, yo, I'm winning 2 terms. You're gonna do what you want. Get out of here.
So it's like Rob Palinka and Magic Johnson when they came in and then Magic Johnson left you.
Yo, because you can tell, I'm like, yo, because my thing is, it's like, yo, look at the situation is, he put it, when we first came to CCA, like, yo, when he got there, he came out of nowhere. He like, what? Dude left. And the plan was, he beat Hillary, and then when Biden came, he like, all right, well, Donnie's plan's going right. Okay, all right, Donnie won the first term. And then he probably like, Donnie, what happened the second term? Oh, well, you know, accusations happen. I'm sorry. Accusations, I can't help you right now.
He did give him some money. He did give him some money to help his campaign out.
That money wasn't going to hold. My thing is, you have no power over winning the second term, bro. Like, that stuff with Donald Trump came out.
No,
He didn't see that coming. And then
people wanted him out of there.
And the biggest thing was COVID. The biggest issue with him was COVID, yo. He didn't see that shit coming. If COVID never happened, he probably would have returned. If Trump, like we said, if Trump never fumbles COVID at that point, he'll have his plan where, like, yo, I can just sweep walk through it. Cool, I can walk in the sunset when I'm done.
And that just goes to show you just how petty and arrogant some of these people are at that point of the pyramid. Because it was like, they was already mad he got the job to begin with. Mm-hmm. They was like, you think you good at being president? Huh? Okay, we're going to see. Hit him with the global catastrophe.
Yeah.
No, but then this man, like I said, it hits you and your man with a global disaster, and the fact that, like, your man got to deal with the worst situation of panic buying, basically, where people are excessively buying stuff, basically, where you can't handle it. Then the fact is, you're getting threatened by Amazon tomorrow. Look, we don't need you. At COVID's
you had too many people with bread that didn't like you.
And the thing is, like, remember, Amazon was still like, we don't need you right now. We can leave you. Like,
they were getting mad. They were getting mad at the post office.
No, because remember in the article, he was getting scared. So I'm like, yo, what am I supposed to, like, he was talking about major cutback. In fact, if Amazon leave here, because that's when he was cutting that thing back. Like, yo, he was trying to deal, I think, was it FedEx or was it UPS? He was like, we might need them now, basically, like, and everybody was talking about, well, we don't need you now. What you doing here? Then it's so magically happened after COVID. Oh, Amazon got these stuff together. You need us.
And then you could tell Amazon was being real aggressive around that time because knowing the post office, we probably sold them a dream. Sounded like, can't nobody deliver the way we deliver. We guarantee, blah, 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 blah. We got it. As soon as this catastrophe happened and the package volume went up almost 200%, Amazon looking at us like we still supposed to be doing the same thing.
And then the problem with the COVID at the time was people were not delivering either. So the thing is, all the problems you have of carriers delivering, like, people were not coming to work. So it's like packages were sitting there, mail was sitting there, and people working 12 hours. Like, you can't work more than 12 hours, and when you meet these packages, go, no, anybody working 12 hours for you. And like I said, remember Amazon got the situation where they promised next day delivery service or same day, like, and it was stuff wasn't getting done because we had the access to it. So we can't give an Amazon driver a key to get us what you call it.
They used the pandemic to bolster their business.
Yeah, they used them as a
It
bully.
was crazy because the amount of money they was making during the pandemic.
became a
They
millionaire.
opened facilities. They got trucks. They did all kinds.
Warehouses all over the
all over the place.
So my question is this, guys. What do you think happens now that people of that stature are now concerned about the mail, and they might have a special gripe with you because of the way you just kind of displaced them? You know what I mean?
They want. I honestly think what Congress wants, they're gonna try to convince me to the point where, you know, they all talking each state to state because if he just saying it now in North Georgia, basically, and Georgia is one of the biggest states now. It's other states that's going on. Even on the article, we look at California, so they're all gonna come together in the House like, what are we gonna do? Like, either gonna get rid of him, and they're looking at Biden like, look here, Joe. Well, you know, what can you do? The answer probably, what can you do to get rid of him? And they're like, well, I don't have the power to get rid of him. Like Black said, I don't know if I had the power to throw him Biden as. He probably I don't know if I have the power to get rid of him. And he can't do nothing. So the thing is, they're even sitting down making a plan like, yo, we gotta get rid of him basically, or we gotta force his hand basically. Because if we don't, he stick around. His man's come back another turn basically. We gonna have even more of an issue because now he gonna go talk about, all right, you think she had me in that little closet room now. Now I come out here to my big stepping because Donnie here. What you gonna do then?
Well, what do you do with somebody that you can't get rid of?
Make it uncomfortable.
Make it uncomfortable.
You make it uncomfortable. You strip some of their power away.
But my thing is like if you want to strip his power, my thing is you have to do it now before the fact of the next election because you better pray to God that whoever it is that's running Biden better win this term because if he win it, if Trump win next term, bro.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Biden ain't winning.
He don't care. That my thing is he's scared to do that.
I don't believe it.
But my thing is, if he come back now, he gonna feel invincible because he gonna feel like, well, all right, the plan got delayed, basically, but now everything's back on track to the point where I do what I want, basically. My thing is, all right, I can leave, like Rick said, this plan in the next 5 years, probably to leave the post office in shambles, and then all right, I'm out and drop the mic.
So the post office become privatized. Y'all see? Wait, first of all, is Amazon a global company?
They can deliver, like, but I know for a fact they don't have a license in certain places, like Germany, they're not present.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So people in Germany can't order Amazon stuff.
Cause I was gonna ask, do y'all foresee like somebody like Jeff Bezos, like doing something like that, but for mail, like letters all over the world,
I think he wants to buy it.
like
I
even
think
like a
that's
monopoly.
But hold on, let me
I
ask
think
you.
a lot of them do though.
But my thing is Congress not going to allow him or
No.
allow him to get into it?
No.
That's the thing. Like he can buy it so he wants to. But if Congress not going to allow him to do that, like if they feel like he doing something shady, they'll fight him tooth and nail to not let him in the house on fight him tooth and nail. I know money talks. I understand that, but the thing is, they still protecting the arrogant. Just like what you call me, like look, we don't want him in here.
Well, in my opinion, these are the type of people that they walk you down. For all we know, they could be investing in people that's in Ivy League schools right now to be the future senators or whatever,
Oh yeah,
and helping them get to seats in power. You know, they could have, for all we know, they could have a 10, 15-year plan where it's like, once y'all get in these seats, we're going to make the move happen.
See, I'm not disagreeing with you, but don't you think they would have did something similar to that already? But at least by now.
I don't think package delivery was, because these people are old and they underestimated the power of package delivery and the convenience of people just buying stuff online and having to come to their house.
Internet, social media.
Yeah, I think they weren't thinking about it back then, like, because people were still ordering stuff, but not at this rate.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
this
they've
is
been-
more the last 30 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
like this is a $1 trillion business now, so I know it's at the top of the list of how can we monopolize this in a way where we get infinite money.
But according to like all the older carriers and older postal workers that, you know, in our stations, I've asked them questions and stuff like that. According to them, they've been trying to privatize the post office since the 90s.
Yeah, but you never had a company that was worth as much as Amazon tried to do it.
Yeah.
And,
That's
it's
very
like,
true.
and you know, because Nike, they don't care about trying to get mail delivery. They don't need it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like
care about
HBO,
FedEx.
like Cinemax, all that stuff. They weren't thinking like Universal, like studios. They weren't thinking about this. They were making millions and billions of dollars doing what they do.
Yeah, like, but my thing is like Black saying, who was the most person when we were kids that benefited off the post office? Like, who was like kind of neck and neck with them to the point where, all right, we sit next to them, we benefit from them because.
No, well, see, it was like I think when UPS was doing their thing, they were the package company really. They were like, no, that was their bread and butter. Yeah, we just did the letters.
And magazines and
Now
chapters.
everything's starting to kind of blink.
Yo, maybe that's something Dejoy could do. He probably get a, like exclusive licensing to Nike to deliver sneakers and stuff.
But that's what we were talking about. I
He
think
like he wear- he like
I don't know if
No, I'm
He
just
don't care
saying,
about
like,
no damn man.
like, no, y'all gotta use exclusively the post office, not
Yeah,
Amazon.
that's,
shit.
remember we were saying that before, and I don't think like he
He
I
don't
don't think
care.
he cares.
He don't. Man, that boy like.
Because he can't be scared to try to make a meeting with the man to try to make a deal.
Well, Phil Knight, if he can get Phil Knight involved, he could. Because like I said, not saying that he cool with Trump or not. My thing is, he don't like he wear no. He like he wear some off-brand running shoes. He might order stuff from Temu. He don't like he order those things.
I mean, you
He
can wear
don't- he don't-
sketches
my
and
thing
still
is-
trying to get the post office paid, though.
Yeah, I'm about to say sketches will work really well with the post office. It's supposed to be
But
a
my
company that
thing
should.
is.
They're a walking type of company.
But now let me ask y'all this though. My thing is in the meetings I'm telling you, and them big corporation of 500 corporation meetings, how is he opposing himself amongst his peers? Like I said, he's a big time, strong looking big fear dude. Like the rest of them dudes probably like my height. Like, oh man, here comes the joy. Here he comes this
He
shit.
doesn't look that tough. I'm sorry.
But I'm saying compared to his peers,
That's what I'm
basically,
saying. I don't think he. Nah,
he's 6'8". The joy like 6 foot, ain't he? The joy was
something
like.
like that. Bloomberg
Yeah.
is like 6'3". Like
But I'm saying I'm talking about amongst them peers, like amongst them people around there, basically. All right.
Or you talking about how they view it.
Yeah, how they view him, I said it
I don't
probably.
think they look at him like that.
He got Trump. He got Trump behind him.
But that's just your man that's behind you. Like,
Yeah, but he still got power. My
Nah,
thing
but
is,
it's like people ain't gonna respect you if you got if somebody low growing you and you in here because you the Robins and they bad.
but my thing, he don't care. My thing is, he probably saying, you know, right now I got in here, basically, because he probably look at it like,
What does that mean to
room.
somebody like Robert Kraft?
Nothing. I mean, but the point is, Trump means something
You
to
know
him,
what I mean?
basically.
Or like Elon Musk or like
But
Jack
like-
Dempsey.
but-
Jack, not that. Sorry,
This is
Jack,
Jack Dixie. Jack.
my man from X. I used to own X and Twitter.
Oh, you talking about
They said, wait, nah, it.
no, I ain't.
Elon Musk on it now.
No, who's
Yeah, but
who on before?
Jack something.
I can't think of his name.
Y'all know. Say it in the
Exactly.
comments for it below.
But no, my thing is though, like you said though, my thing, what is the main thing we all harbor on basically? What is his relationship with people too? My thing is he might got a real good relationship to ties people in the rooms, and even though he don't belong there necessarily, they know that like yo, you ain't belong here. Well, I got a relationship with so and so basically. His name carry weight in the room, and it does basically promptly. And my thing is like you said, he just probably don't care. He only used the Trump card when he needed to be basically to Trump people. That's it. When do we use it?
Like I said, I think he like on that level, he's a small fry. Like, you know what I mean? That's why he even bothered to take this job, because it's like you're not about to get like the CEO of BlackRock is like, all right, I'll be a postmaster general, sure. Like, why the hell would he care about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But my thing is,
Or the dude who runs Vanguard.
But my thing, I don't think nobody in Congress want the job because the fact that the job is not. It's not saying it's a conflict or it's the fact that it's a.
Too many problems.
Yeah, it's a lose situation, like, and I think people
I don't think people like that receive them themselves.
Yeah, they all got to feel about it.
I think they gonna get everything.
But no, my thing is, who wants to lose? My thing is, at that job, who wants to take a salary pay cut, basically, and to sit there and be stressed out, worry about some dang going, I gotta worry about these carriers, I gotta worry about that. Like you said, the trucking company was a familiar thing for him because the fact that he's so like, I'm used to dealing with people, I'm used to dealing with managing people and managing money.
Yeah, that's why the ground advantage thing is working, because that's something that related to something he was used to using himself.
Yeah, but well, apparently, from what I heard, the ground, ground package delivery was his idea.
Yeah, like
oh wow,
it makes sense. Yeah, it fits like kind of what he was used to doing. So it's like we know your thing. You were able to implement it with the post office, but what do you know about strictly the post office stuff?
He can't level. His power level is at 2.
He know
at 2 or 3, he power level up.
He know what he knows.
Yeah, but the thing, like Rick said, at this position, you can't just know what you know at that position. You gotta
Not for 7 years.
Yeah, that's it. You just
that's why Ossoff was questioning him, like his confidence.
Oh hell yeah, because Ossoff probably
He like you've been here for a minute now.
He ran his resume. He said, "I'm gonna check your background. I'm running your resume." He ain't shit.
But to be technical, Ozark was what, in his late 20s when he took the job, so it was like almost.
That's why you're looking at him like that.
But no,
like you've been here for a minute. Like,
let me ask you this though. Y'all really think that Dejoy thought he was in a position maybe 10 years ago, like he really be here now?
I don't think he thought about it.
I don't think he would ever think he'd be in this position 10 years now. I honestly think when him and Trump had a conversation, I don't think he thought Trump probably not to be funny. He probably thought like Donnie probably, I'm ready for passion. I ain't really gonna do this, Donnie. I'm gonna win. He probably go back and say, this motherfucker's gonna win. And then when he realized, once he won, he said, oh shit.
Well, I mean, he donated $20 million to his first campaign, bro. So I think he believes
it.
Like
Donnie.
my
thing with Trump is though, he always look. He probably owed him something. Basically, where the thing is, all right, well, he owed money to Trump. My thing is, a lot of people embedded to him for certain reasons. So my thing is, it's a fear right over Donnie. I got to donate money to him. So he probably didn't, or he probably wanted to. The point looked good.
No.
Honestly, I don't think
he probably didn't expect to be the postmaster general.
I don't know. I don't think Trump was more than president.
I think he did.
You think he did?
So? And the reason why I think he did is I believe it was discussed previously because that was Trump's insurance policy. Mail-in ballots. Remember, mail-in ballots. That was his insurance policy. It didn't work, but that was his insurance policy.
It was.
That's how he got his first. That's how he won his first term. Well, he definitely killed with that. But
he's still trying to do it now. Like
that's on dead now.
That's why he did. That's why he did lay in mail. That's why everything is running the way it's running. Because what's coming up?
Oh yeah,
election time.
That's why it's doing it. That's why the senator is trying to get everything on track like it's supposed to. Because it's like if everything's on track like it's supposed to, it'll go the way it's supposed to go. But if you're doing this, that means you're trying to get your man's back in office. And they ain't trying to let it happen. So they're trying to get stuff back to daily delivery.
But that's why I think the Senate's trying to get the person like everybody like, yo, I need y'all all get on board. I can't be the only stubborn child out of every state. Like we need to all come together like Voltron to get this out of here. Like I need the states to come together.
I'll say this much: if you were one of those independent candidates, you might have a real shot at actually winning this time.
Yeah.
Because people are not happy with the Republicans. People are not happy with the Republican side. And people ain't really happy with the Democratic side. I've been reading the posting these comments on social media sites. If you somebody that's independent and you really like saying the real stuff, and you like the one lady, I can't think of her name right now, but she got arrested last month doing the Free Palestine protest. They didn't know who she was, and then, of course the cops let her go. They found out who she was, and she was talking to the news about what's going on ain't right, and blah blah blah. And she's running for president, and she's like, this is what I stand for, things about doing, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like. That's a good look for her.
Oh yeah.
Like you get locked up fighting for people's rights, and you're not blue or red. You're just. I think she said she represents the Green Party. That's what they call it now.
Really?
So because I saw when I was changing my driver's license, they got a Green Party. So it's like those people might have a real shot because of where we are in America at this point. You know what I mean? So it's like it's something to take a look at.
Yeah, I need to look that up.
It might be the younger. And it might be the younger generation where they're tired of both older and God because like I said it before.
Is she fairly young?
No, she wasn't young at all. She was an older woman.
Trying to change the world.
Yeah, she was out there.
She alright.
Vocal cool.
That's crazy.
I mean, we're Sterling. You know where Sterling, brother. What's going on?
Vocal cool.
It is. You
sound-
find the right people that's gonna represent you, but at the same time, you gotta scratch that person's back, they can scratch yours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, sure, yeah. That's
cause
politics.
you take money to run. Yeah, you take money to run for president. Like, you know, you need a tour bus, you need a campaign, you need marketing.
You gonna be head of state?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to be Chris Rock. You know what I mean?
Yo, oh my god. Yo,
Yeah, y'all saw the roast though?
Yes, I did.
I haven't watched it yet. It's like 3 hours long,
Yes, I
man.
did. You not know that's real money.
I
Yup.
saw a clip of Chris Rock roasting Kevin Hart talking about his wife. I said, all right now. Remember the last time you started talking about people's wife?
no, but that's his young boy. Kevin,
Still ain't learned.
I
Still ain't
left.
learned.
Kevin said that Chris probably gonna young boy Kevin. All right now, I said your career. When I told him, me and Dave Chappelle said your career. Cause remember he had both of them on, cause it's kind of bad a little bit cause Kev did take him on tour to kind of like piece it up right after the situation.
Okay, all right.
Cause that's when he gave him the goat on stage. And he like, the goat shaking on stage.
So that's a funny thing too, because like people always want to wonder who they celebrities are going to vote for during election time. This is going to be a real tight situation because, like I said, both of these two guys are kind of
Not like.
and they're not going with the popular opinion of defending the Palestinian people. You know what I mean? So my thing is with celebrities, what y'all gonna do? They're gonna be asking y'all who y'all voting for.
If I was to guess, I would probably say they would vote for Trump because by introducing that tax.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you talking about what they bred?
Yep.
So you see me tell me when we're vote or die t-shirts, you know, ain't nobody doing that now.
Yeah, especially not for Diddy.
Yeah. Yo, he started. Did he start that? He started vote or die. He started that.
Yeah, he started that. Yeah.
Yo, he did start that with Obama.
Yeah.
Yo, that's right. He had the T-shirt. He had the zone where vote was like in blue, and the other zone was like in white, and die was in red, and the orange was blue.
Yeah, remember South Park made an episode of that.
I remember that. Yo, I remember. I said,
Yeah.
yo, I remember everybody
being a gangster in there too.
Huh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Run down on people. Talk about voted down.
Voted down. Yo. But so you know, in the Simpsons, they predict the future, yo. Yo.
It's wild out here, bro.
No, they ain't predict that though. That's one thing they predict was that.
So look, let us know, y'all, in the comments below. If you like this episode, hit that like button. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. You know what I mean? Let us know what you think. Like, you feel like no matter how high up you get, you still got to deal with the same regular social issues and problems. People judging you because of your age, because of your income, not respecting your position. You know what I mean? People think they can just do what they want to do and not, like he said, take accountability. You know what I mean? And actually address what's going on.
Consequence or repercussion.
Because, at the end of the day, when you are at a position that's this high up, you're responsible for a lot of people. And it makes us all look bad when stuff like this is happening. Because we're the ones that got to walk the street, do the job, and people say, hey, what's going on with the mail?
Oh my God.
It's like, fam, I just deliver what they give me. I don't know what's going on with the rest of the station or the rest of the city.
No, it's just the fact that bullying doesn't stop at no level, basically, or young boy stops at no level of it is. The higher you go, the more it's still there. It don't matter. You better
I always
play
like
your
to be
role.
a fly on the wall when
Oh,
those big people, like them old money people, like when they start talking to these Louis Dejoy, like how do they talk to them? Like is it like a manager or CCA?
I'm sure.
You already know.
I'm sure. Them people
Well,
behind the curtain.
But
Yeah. I'm like,
let me ask you this: once they finally do like vanquish all, basically, who the hell is the next take up steps? And are you going to keep the same paraphrase of the situation going, or are you going to change basically? Like, are you waiting like, I have to wait for you to do that?
No, it's going to change. It's going to change.
Yeah, it's gonna change. Yeah.
It's going to change. Change is coming. Like big change is coming.
Yeah, you can tell.
But let me ask you this: is it good for them older to leave now because the fact that like they run stuff a certain way and they still got power of it? And once they
Man, you better
leave,
get out what I get is good.
Listen, they're gonna be going either way. The changing of the guard is young.
yo,
Changing of the
Ain't
guard.
gonna be no more pension soon.
yeah.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
That's
about to be over.
that's a vanquish right there.
Yeah, you want to be responsible for your own bread.
Social Security ain't gonna be there either.
So you
Yeah, the way it's looking, you want to be responsible for your
I ain't gonna be there.
own money, yo.
So you saying the young generation Anakin and the dark side is gone now?
No, what I'm saying is like, if there ain't gonna be no more Social Security, no more pension, why are we losing so much money out of our paychecks? And where they going?
Where's it
That's
going
gonna be
to?
the question that people are
Because
gonna
I'm
Why
paying
stuff
into it.
why stuff
I'm paying
are
into it.
checked when you
Exactly.
hear like you said like the stuff like what's said the category like why are we paying this category of this? So,
Yeah. So that's something actually to dive into and talk about, like maybe in a future episode. But before we get up out of here, we're gonna let our brothers have the last word, let y'all know how they feel and what's going on with them.
And y'all know who it is. It's Black. Giving y'all good information. I just want to know from y'all, from them, you know, basically halting their plans in the post office to try to get things back on track. What do y'all think is next? Like, are they going to continue to halt plans and stop merging stations and stop trying to, you know, save money and let the job fix itself? Or are they going to go back to the same plan? Y'all let me know.
It's be more than I just feel like man, everybody trying to say the post office. It seems like there's no one way to say the post office, and everybody has a different point of view of it, and it's just like everybody has a good and bad with this situation. So it's just like you gotta deal with somebody else's shit. So depending on what you want, certain people might taste good, others might taste bad. So you gotta take the good and bad with it.
That sounds nasty.
Yeah, this Aaron. Yep, thanks for listening. I'll let y'all later.
You call that the Russell Simmons exit.
Yo,
oh yeah.
God
You
bless
had it
you.
too.
That's an Irish goodbye.
Read
So,
it.
Okay, all right, smooth. And as always, the engineer Rich Sean is saying thank you guys for checking in with us and keeping up with us, man. You know, we trying to get this thing going and keep it going, you know what I mean, in a good direction. You know what I mean, for you guys. We know you guys really appreciate it and we appreciate y'all, man. So, you know, like I always say, be safe out there, and if you're a carrier, be safe on the route.
It ain't never safe on the route.
God bless. Good night.